Ayawaso East, once and some. Now, I would like to say this. You won't know about TV so. And Jandam, you say, Ayawaso East primaries, NDC react to vote buying allegations. The issue of Ayawaso primaries is CSA, Baba Jama, the former MP, Neireno, and the primaries, of course, no. Say, you Krobia, Sebio, smart pa. In the history of the Republic of Ghana, this is the first time a government, a president, and a party has officially come out to criticize its own primaries. Ebin Sida. This is a huge step. John Dramani Mahama Abainwe, NSA NDC party, Omachre say you can never compare the NPP to the NDC. And this is where we are supposed to pick the message from. At the end of the day, party no at the committee almost investigate issue ne see no. President ne the nice form say share assembly. Me as a Ghanaian, me pet Ghana's democracy to be on track, to make sure money does not take over our politics, you know. I should be very excited to see a president, to see a government or a political party, its leadership, take bold decision to make utterances in the history of Ghana. Yentibida say a party will release a statement and speak on its own primaries about things they believe, about things they suspect to say were not done in the interest of party, and the democracy we are practicing. It means to say the NDC, they have moved Ghana's maturity in governance, in democracy to a level to say majority of African countries Andrew. This is the first time in the history of Ghana. President Tumika say this primaries, the party in power Tumika say this primaries, and yet the general secretary of a party, its leadership, even its leadership in the legislature or in parliament, is able to boldly release a statement against their own primaries. This is a big step. This is a big edge in Ghana's democratic dispensation, because Ubetman Antiako Ghana Habebia from the time Fourth Republic we started, we've never had a government, and I'm talking about an NPP government that has been bold enough to speak against ills, against democracy, against elections, against their party and activities. In the history of Ghana, it is only John Mahama, the NDC party, and the NDC legislative. So you need to understand to say the NDC and today the conversation is about what? Me sitting here, the disciplinary action the NDC is going to take, it's not my problem, because the NDC knows what to do. They know how to put a committee together. In fact, they have put a committee together. But part B to me, say, part B secretary to me kasa, part B leadership of parliament to me kasa, part B president to me kasa say, wait dear yentiasie. This is extraordinary. Ebin Sida Nansanke Kufuor the neba omia Sankwasiafo etumi bioma no eka nsem esiye under their leadership 8 years about elections anke kuro anke bia woni. So we should be happy. We should applaud the president, applaud the NDC. They have shown to say when it comes to democracy, eba kebima min kebi omo tiasie che party bi e Ghana. So this is a record, and this is something we should appreciate. Young people, old people, these are things we need to sit back and say, part way Ghana power. Right now, every young person in the university, in any tertiary institution, every young person in senior high school will sit and say, this is a party. When I grow up and I contest in and somebody tries to even bully me, use their money, their wealth, their influence, the party will be able to step up and say things didn't go the way it's supposed to go. This is a new Ghana, new party, new governance. The NDC are lifting your governance, and your democracy, the understanding of our democracy to a higher level. So the conversation should be about, have we reached there yet? Is the NDC taking us to where we want to get to? deɛ na yɛpɛ de no de bia yɛkasa na yɛ politics deɛ yɛbɛtumi yi sikasɛm afrim yɛ politics deɛ party bɛn na bɛtumi agyina hɔ akasa ayi saa deɛ no. This is the beginning of the sad step na yɛtaki for a long time no. Nti when we sit on radio and on TV, on social media, on TikTok, we need to be proud. We can sit anywhere else and say, under the leadership of John Mahama, under NDC as a party, under the leadership of Mahama Yarga in parliament, the majority caucus, they have been able to speak against their government. Salah Cow, chairman to me, NPP chairman, Nkwasi Afo di NPP num. We saw elections for Ghana and the NPP conduct here. Even their recent primaries from here, Bawumia, Chesika, Brian Champon, Chesika, Kennedy Japan, we saw it glaring in our eyes. In front of us, we all saw it. The way they were throwing money around. Akosha Menmu Chesika. And none of these raccoons, dead goats, were able to speak against their party. That Bawumia and Brian Champon, Moni Kennedy Mo, Omni Sika, say, Omo Party, no, say Ghana politics. There are videos all over the place. We saw Sika Brande Champon Eche, Young Sika Bawumia Eche, Akosha Menmu, Kennedy Japomo, Nebajina Fonso Eche Sika. These are things that none of these piglets was able to say no, enough is enough. Bawumia Ekufuado wo ho, Kofo wo ho, Hakuna Uso Ajima wo ho, Michael Kwe wo ho. All the co-mininis are there. Nobody after Kennedy, the lap dog. He saw all these things. But you see, the difference between NDC and NPP is say the NDC, they have matured in politics. It does not matter who you are. If things are not done right, with him said Abi. And Ghana, your problem has been about money influencing our decision in politics. Now, if the NDC has taken this step to make sure so that money factor no free your politics more, then the NDC is doing Ghana more good than these piglets. It is a TV swa. You need to ask yourself, at the NDC where ye, how far is it going to go to help our democracy? How far is it going to help curb corruption? How is it going to change our political landscape? The NDC have set a standard. We need to push that standard. We need to make sure we force the other political parties, especially the NPP, which is filled with people with corrupt money, people who only think Samikutesika and are relevant. Because today, they are all running around Brian Champon, Bawumia, and Kennedy because Omuosika to give to the so-called delegate dogs to share and come give us bad leadership. And see, this is the time we need to sit and say the difference between the NDC and the NPP is very clear. The NDC has shown maturity. They have shown, Ghana Democrats, non person we sasika semni free. And to me, I don't care about the disciplinary committee. I don't care about it is the party's decision. They will have to find a solution to that problem. But at least they have been able to tell us Ghanaians that it's a party that does not rely on Sika, does not rely on people sharing money to take power. And if we all hold these political parties accountable to these things, we will have a country whereby we will have genuine, legitimate people leading us as a nation than bringing raccoons, drug addicts, corrupt, crazy people in the NPP sharing money like mad dogs with diseases. We saw it, we witnessed it. And nobody in Ghana can tell me, what we witnessed under the NPP, time and now we are primaries, what we witnessed was nothing. We all saw it. He could not speak against it because that is how the NPP politics, they are not ready to change. They are not ready to change the way they do their politics. And so we need to applaud this government. In fact, we need to applaud this president. We need to applaud the leadership of parliament. We need to applaud the NDC as a political party. They are changing our politics. They are making it more cleaner. They are really showing us maturity. Where Jimmy and you have a problem with. This is the change you have been looking for. A party, its leadership is able to boldly say, we think this election did not go the way it was supposed to go. Legitimately, we think some things were off and that it should be annulled. Some people have even raised issue of the primaries being annulled. This is a big deal. Can the NPP do that? Can the NPP with the JHS delegates, can they do that? These are foolish people we are not supposed to pay attention to. And if we want to have a conversation, this is a conversation we need to have now. This is a conversation that will change the face of our politics. We have been screaming since 1992. Your politics, sika seno. Your politics, sika seno. Your politics, sika seno. And then a political party that has taken the bold step to speak against its own party members about some of the conduct that they believe goes against what we Ghanaians we stand for and what the party itself stand for. Why are you not happy about this?